My name is Serup. I would like to welcome you to our webinar. Today I will introduce SYSTRONICS stock aging report that allows to print aging of the stock. How does it work? First of all, I want to mention that I'm representing the new C version of the product that we have published recently, working with Sage 300 2023 version. Here, it allows to age the stock either by a separate location or across all locations. The aging itself is based on the receipt or assembly information, and there are options allowing to include adjustment increase transactions and inventory transfer transactions. The report shows the unit cost information together with the quantity information in each aging period. And this unit cost is calculated by dividing total cost of the item by total quantity. This method is used regardless of the costing method of the item defined in IC model. A separate report type is available for serial and lot items. And when you are aging these serial and lot items, it can be aged either by stock date or by the expiry date. And if to compare the IC aged inventory report, the main difference between these reports is that in SYSTRONICS stock aging, it shows the quantity of item in the inventory grouped by item age. Meanwhile, the Sage report shows the inventory-related transactions in the respective period. Now let me go to Sage 300 and show how it works. When you open the report, first of all, it opens the selection screen, and you have to make the selection to print it. What is available on this selection screen? First of all, you need to specify the ages of date. And by using this date, the aging will be calculated. Next, you need to specify the file, the report file. If I will open the browser button, it will show that by default, two reports files are available for two sizes of the paper, two paper sizes, one for the A4 and another one for the letter size. The first one is for the letter size. Next, the print option should be specified. In previous versions, actually, the report could be printed only for consolidated locations. And now we have three options here for consolidated locations, items by location, and separate locations. Let's first print the consolidated locations available in the product earlier versions as well. Next, the report type for all items. In addition to printing all items, as we have already mentioned, there is an option for lot and serial items. First, I will print the all items option for all items. When the report is printed, it considers that all the stock is shipped first, irrespective of the costing method, if it is not related to lot and serial items. It has a big selection options, and please note that when we are printing for consolidated locations, in these options, you cannot specify, you cannot select the location itself because type now is consolidated location. For other types, you will be able also to select the location here. And the report has a big sorting options as well. Other options are whether you want to include items with zero quantity and zero cost. To exclude unnecessary zero detail lines, you will not select this option. And also there are two new options here, allowing to include IC adjustment and IC transfers. First, let me exclude these options. And the last options are related to aging periods, whether you want to age by days, months, or by year. Now let me print the report. Let me maximize it. Here, for each item, we have one detail line. And on this detail line, first of all, it shows the available quantity and unit cost and amount information as of the selected date. Next, for each aging period, the quantity and amount information is shown. And at the end, there is a special column for not aged items. How it is used and why do we need to have this column? To explain that, let me print the report for just one item. For which we have just one IC adjustment. As you know, sometimes instead of entering receipt transaction, users are entering just adjustments. And in that case, there is no information about the receipt date. If the report does not have that information about the receipt date, it cannot age it. So in this particular case, the report will show the information about this item under the not aged column. However, please note that if the same report will be printed by selecting the age IC adjustment option, then the adjustment date will be taken into consideration. And instead of showing under the not aged column, now in the corresponding age period will be shown the same item. In this particular case, it is above 119 days column it is shown. Now, let me show the other option, separate locations. If we select separate location option, then the age IC transfers option is selected and it cannot be deselected. Why it is like that? Because when we have a transfer transactions for items, it is not possible to know the exact age of this age items. So the transfer date will be used for aging these transferred items. That is why this option is selected. And again, it is possible to select location under the selecting option. when you print the report. For each location now, the information is shown. Now, the same item, if we have in different location, then that item will be shown many times for each location where it exists. And the last option, items by location option. Now, each item is shown as many detail lines, as many locations. We have information, we have quantities of that item. So now the detail lines are much more, and we print the report by using the consolidated option. As you know, more accurate information is available in IC tables for serial and lot items. That is why for these items, different printing options we have introduced. And the report type for this, we edit the lot serial items. And when we are trying to print this report for lot and serial items, the two aging options are available for stock date and expiry date. The stock date is usually the date when the receipt is done for the lot and serial items. And expiry date, by default, in the setup, we define what is the default expiry date for the item. And it is even possible that not to define at all. And some lot and serial items will not have at all the expiry date. First of all, let me print the report by using the stock date option. Only serial and lot items will be printed on the report when we use this option. Let me select consolidated location and print the last expiry date option. As you notice, there is no include, adjustment, and transfer options for these lot and serial items because the report exactly knows in which location each serial and lot item. And when you print by using the expiry date option, there is no not aged last columns for them. Instead, there is an expired column, whether the item is expired already or not, and when it will be expired. Very useful report, available for lot and serial items. And at the end, I want to mention that the web screens are available for the report, and it is possible to print the same information in web screens. To do that, let me log in to the web screen. It takes some time to log in. Then select the report. The same selection options are available in the web screen as well. And when I print the report, actually, as you know, starting in the recent versions of Sage 300, when you print a report in web screens, first of all, it is exporting the report in different formats. After selecting the format from the list, when you click the export button, it is exported under the downloaded folder, and only from that you will open the report. Again, it takes more time to print than if you do it in the desktop version. The performance, of course, will be faster if the hardware resources will be better. Now the file is shown here, and I can open it by clicking here. And as you can see, the report does not make any difference from whether you print it from web screen or from the desktop version.